when I go into Chemist View, the first thing you're going to note is there's no data associated here. It just contains the process map and the two tables. If I'm doing the process chemist workflow, I can attach molecules with no data, and then I can look at certain carryovers or the impurity fates of those stages of impurities. I select stage 2. I can add manually molecules one by one, or if I have access to an SD file or Excel as a CSV or text, I can place that in per stage. And we'll do this 2 times. We'll show 2 types of examples. So right now within stage 2, I go into the table, and within the table I say import entities and compounds. So once in import entities and compounds, I go to my export table, and this is the SD file I have here. I select it. It shows you all the metadata fields within the SD file. I select it again. You'll note right away within stage 2, it's going to populate with all my impurities that I have drawn out previously. So you see the 4 impurities that we've placed in there, or 5 impurities. Let's do that again. Then let's do it for stage 3. So in case of stage 3, I select the table, I go import, and from there, these are all the types of files I can import. Now these are the metadata fields from Excel. I click OK, and it populates as well. So I'm going to just zoom in more in the process map. Like I explained earlier, when you have your starting material or your synthetic route, that'll be in the top row, and you'll have black arrows for the synthetic reactions for each of the steps. But what we can also do dynamically within the software is we can go through and create the impurity fate of a particular molecule. So in this case, you'll note you have your starting material and the registry number is 112. When it reacts into stage 2, creates this intermediate, but that now starting material has become an impurity. It hasn't been removed from any washing or any hasn't been removed in reaction, so it still is there. What we can do with the software is you can say, well, these 2 are aligned. I know that. So I can take from the starting material and I can select it and connect it where it's seen in stage 2. So I click and drag, and if it's a carryover of a particular, let's say, starting material to impurity, it'll have a blue arrow. So it's just a carryover of that particular molecule. At the same time, too, this material now is still in stage 2, and we're going to the next step. Let's say it did a reaction as well. Within the software, again, I can connect it with the next impurity, and it can show up as a green arrow where it's some type of change in the molecule. Maybe it's an unintended conversion, but you can post down all of your steps of your impurities. Now, in this case, it's a very easy example. It's only six steps, but you can just imagine if you're doing a 15 to 20 step reaction with 5 to 10 impurities at every stage, this becomes quite difficult to go through, especially in Excel and putting in your comments. Here with the software, very easy to do.